Well, grab a seat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The Flip. All right, right now it's time for D and Davis to Flip, the best podcast that you can find in any land in all of Alpha Centauri. Check it. I checked it. There's nothing better. My name is Kenneth Davis, and of course, the next voice you're going to hear is that man. His name is
D. What's going on, everybody? Hey, hit us up on the Twitter at D and Davis Show. Once again, it's at D and Davis Show, and make sure you use the hashtag D and Davis Flip. Once again, it's D and Davis Flip. You can definitely hit us up on the email as well at D and Davis Show at gmail.com. D and Davis Show at gmail.com. Any questions, any topics that you might want to listen to, or might want us to talk about, hey, send them over to us. You can download the podcast on iTunes, Speaker as well. Make sure you give us those 5 stars. And also, you can check out the podcast on YouTube. So just simply search for D and Davis Show. You hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Demonze1, DEMONZE1. Kenneth Davis is at That's Davis. Once again, it's at That's Davis. The executives of the Flip. First up, Tony Gill. You can follow Tony on Twitter at TonyGill670. And Kyle Means, editorial director of WeAreRegalRadio.com. You can find Kyle on Twitter at work_right.
all right.
It's WRK_WRT.
Starting off the show, one of the topics that Cal brought to our attention is that the city of Chicago is selling off lots for $1.
Scam.
But you have to live on the lot, or on the block, either across the street or around the block, as far as across the alley. And it's own property. You have to, but also property. Your taxes have to be paid off.
Taxes can be
and
paid
you can't
off.
owe the city anything. So if you owe tickets as far as your car,
You ain't getting
fucking
shit.
you gets no lot.
You ain't getting nothing.
No, I'd be like, damn it, I wanted that lot, but I got to pay this $300 to get this boot off. So one of the things that jumped out, and D was like, it's a scam.
Scam.
One of the things I didn't like is that it's only in particular neighborhoods, the dilapidated neighborhoods, because I want some of that prime land, even though I don't stay on those blocks. But I'll find somebody to stay on that shit. But look, and I was saying this. I would love, though, depending on where I lived, if there was an empty lot and I could buy it and right next door to it, and I would make it the best basketball/play land.
Family reunion right there. That's family reunion, bitch.
Maybe. Them motherfuckers get counted.
Man, vacant lots are pretty damn big.
Yeah, it's depending on how the lot size. It's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing living around Chicago.
Cities parking
You
lots
see
are big,
some
though.
of the lot sizes, and it's like, damn, these are some smaller. Like where I used to live at before I live now, the lots were like, they were tight on that block. It was like you walking through, and it's like, damn, you could touch both houses or whatever. Where I grew up at, I had more space in the backyard.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm thinking vacant lots over there on Inglewood.
Exactly.
They
So
huge.
those areas where you can have a lot. But anyway, that was just some discussion. What was your thoughts on the vacant lots?
No, it's a fucking scam by the city.
Tell them also you got to pay. You have to pay upkeep. You have to. do
Yeah, you
upkeep
got to
and pay the
maintain
taxes.
it. You got to pay the taxes, and it was. I think
You
it was
have to.
like
You
one
can't
of
sell it
those
for
things,
5 years.
and you can't sell it for 5 years. So let's just say, right?
You can't even flip it?
You can't even.
You
flip
can
it.
in 5 years.
Yeah, in 5 years. So let's.
I'm gonna keep that for 5
Wait a minute, hold on. So this
How the
is
city
the
gonna
thing.
get their money out of you?
Wait a minute. Exactly. It's a fucking scam. So it's like, okay, yeah, make these motherfuckers pay these taxes so we get this money for 5 years at least. Let's just say it's hypothetical, right? I think it's going to happen probably in our lifetime. Let's say Inglewood becomes the Inglewood that it used to be. Not saying it's kind of like Lincoln Park or anything like that, but it's still.
In our lifetime?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It coming back there slowly but surely. It's happening.
I know, but you said in our lifetime. You
Yeah,
only
I think
got
we're gonna be alive for
you
what?
only got about 40 more.
Oh, shut up. I've been alive a lot more longer than that. But anyway,
I give you 50.
Thank you, brother.
They shooting motherfuckers over there.
No, so just say hypothetically, it become good over there. It becomes like, you know what I'm saying, Bronzeville to High Park, you know what I'm saying, pretty nice over there, right? And I got this lot. And it's the second year. Shit's popping. I mean, it's popping around that motherfucker, right? I still got to send this bitch for 3 years. A developer come to me right now like, man, I want to buy that lot. What I got to say? I can't sell it to you. I got 3 more years to hold on to it. Fuck that. I want to sell it now. Give me my money.
That's what I was going to say. Only the bad part and the good part. Your taxes are going to go up on that lot that
Thank
you're paying
you.
for.
Yes.
But what Kyle's saying is it can mature. And I'll tell you this, a developer, he'll do something with you if he really wants to get into it and make it so that he can get that shit
I'll be
from
like
you
this.
in the first
Okay,
place.
you pay the taxes and you, well, I ain't going to say pay the taxes.
No,
but
I want into that development.
I do too. So I don't know.
And I need a
Work
condo.
something out.
I need a place.
You need a what?
I need one of those condos in that place.
I get it to you
I need
for.
multiple condos throughout the city.
Well, you add it to the you add it to the price when you finally sell it. Yeah. All the taxes that you paid on that space just add it to the price, depending on what's happening around the area.
See, but okay, so if Junebug across the street, he go over to him and he can buy his shit. Then what about my shit? I gotta wait.
He's gonna want your shit.
Okay,
too.
I hope so.
Cycles, it's not gonna. Those cycles,
It's gonna plummet. You just said Inglewood. It came up then like
it's gonna happen in 1.5 years. Inglewood's gonna be hot.
now they Pookie shooting all over the place again. We almost did it, Inglewood. Back to the black age.
Just this close. But yeah, but it just like I said, within 5 years, you are if there was that sort of miraculous turnaround for Inglewood, it's gonna be more than 5 years that it happens. So I mean, but like you say, it is a risk in there for
fucking scam.
It's a risk there. It's a risk there for the average property owner in Chicago.
Rahm Emanuel ass don't want to pay them. Well, I say he personally pay them. They don't want to pay the fucking taxes. They don't want to keep that upkeep on it. But why you gonna pay for somebody else to go out there and cut that shit? We can tell these motherfuckers, oh yeah, it's only $1. Your ass gotta cut that grass though. Yeah,
I cut the fuck out of that grass.
I would too. But
I cut the shit out of that grass.
Hold on, baby, I'll be back.
Man, land is always
Keep it warm for me. I'll be right back. Let me go to cut this grass.
Land is the best investment. You always gonna need.
And that people. There's still some middle class people and even upper class people in Chicago that got money that's came from them neighborhoods. No, yeah. So I mean, like they think
you think they coming back.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem, man. Y'all invest in the community and maybe things we can make these turnarounds happen.
I'll put a tiny house on that bitch so fast, or one of those. Yeah, I put a tiny house on.
That's a thing.
You never seen the tiny houses?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's one on my block that I think some Arabians they live there.
You said that,
but it don't even look livable. It don't even look. They just be outside. They be outside in the garage. I'm like, can y'all even live in there? Like, it looks weird, but it's a very, very tiny house. Like among houses. Wow.
How much land they got around it?
Oh, it's not that much. It's not that much. It's
in
the corner.
It was a real tiny house though.
Like the show. When I go home today, I'm gonna take a picture of the house and then I'm gonna send it to y'all. It's
or is it just
tiny.
Do you get what we saying about tiny houses? We're not talking about an actual house that's tiny. We're talking about people that build these houses because they're trying to get rid of. They don't need to carry around as much, and they're kind of shrinking their carbon footprint. Usually,
is it mobile?
No,
is it mobile?
It looks like a real messed up house. It's weird. It's a messed up house.
It's a goddamn shack.
Tiny. Watch, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna send it to you.
We're not talking about that.
It's an older building.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about those. We're not talking about those.
Like there's newer buildings.
Keep that picture to your fucking self. I'll put one of them green cube cribs on that motherfucker. Stack two of them buildings up. Man, listen, I would make that work. I'm this close.
You gonna live in it? You gonna rent it out or you gonna
rent it out? I'm gonna rent it out. No, I'm renting out. Whatever's next. I didn't either, and I fucked myself up by not because I won't tell you why. Because I was trying to be nice to my neighbors, and I didn't want to put in suspect people, and I fucked around and lost property when I should have just Section 8 the fuck out that motherfucker. And now you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm about to start buying a couple of these houses out in the hundreds. It's too many old drug dealers I know that got houses and getting rent. And I'm like, what am I doing, right? Like, no, I'm about to give me a house, give me a nice crew to fix that shit up, and Section 8 the living fuck out that motherfucker, man. Like, nasty. Yeah. Now, I mean, the house won't be nasty, but it just be nasty how I
was talking to an old man about it because he's retired and he wants to start buying properties. And I was like,
hustling from the new house to the old house.
And he's trying to get me and my brothers and my cousin to go in on. I was like, I don't know. I think about it next year because who gonna pick up the rent? Who gonna actually go there and say, hey, it's rent time? Like, I don't think I had a stomach for it.
If you do
Plus, I don't think I had a stomach to kick somebody out either.
Fuck that. If it's Section 8, it comes. That's why people like Section 8. It comes straight to you.
Government.
Yeah, so you're not going to collect. And I thought about this too. I'm not doing. If you can direct deposit into my account, you're not staying in my building. And we gonna sign some contracts to where, listen, I'll give you even that third month, but I really want to make it 2 missed months. You out. Don't. Fuck this. Ain't nothing for free. I've never lived off nobody for free. Guess what? Ain't nobody living off of me. Hey, man, listen. Here in Chicago, right now in Chicago, I get what he's saying as far as it would be good to get into these communities that are on the upswing. But even if you look at Bronzeville right now, and Bronzeville isn't even what the prices are for. If you look at Bronzeville, I agree, but it's not even. I think it would have been coming fast if the Olympics came here.
Yeah,
it would have been. It would have been. They would have done Michael Reese and all that, like they were going to do with the land and where Michael Reese was located. But still, it's those prices for Brownsville are so crazy that I'll get there in 5 years. I'm about to beat the hood up, right? Get these spots popping so I can get some revenue coming in, get my credit as far as being somebody that's a moving shaker in this, and man, kill the game, man. It's too many opportunities to hustle here, to hustle one way. Even when we do this larger, I'm making money off real estate. I am. That's the way to move and shake, man. You got to. So if your father talking about making moves, you need to stop being like, oh, you been to go make moves. I ain't got no daddy. He dead. You want to say something about my father being dead, you cruel motherfucker?
Not this time.
Okay.
Not this time.
You got subways and shit, but my daddy dead. You got churches and shit, and your daddy want to make moves. Some greedy motherfuckers. Man, what the fuck are you doing?
Man, he got TMZ on.
I'm listening. All right, so but yeah, it's a fucking scam. Next up, what you got? Where your sheets at?
You took one of them. He got the other.
Who is this black dude on the back page? A teacher allegedly. I'll let you read this
Let
one.
me get that one. It ain't even a teacher. This one is. Look, all right. So this happened out in Florida. A good Samaritan saw a deputy being attacked by a Florida man, so he fatally shot the assailant. All right. I can't remember what paper. I'm apologizing for taking this from you. I'm going to read the story real quick and we break it down. When a man saw a patrol car parked on the exit ramp of a Florida interstate, he witnessed a scene too troubling to ignore. A sheriff deputy being slammed to the ground and beaten by a man in plain clothes. The passerby, whom the Lee County Sheriff Office is now calling the Good Samaritan, rushed to the two men, telling the attacker he would shoot him if he refused to stop beating the deputy. Sorry for y'all hearing that paper. The attacker, later identified, and that was the picture you saw, as 53-year-old Edward Strother, continued to pin down the deputy and attack him as the deputy struggled to keep his weapon away from him. When the attacker failed to comply to his warning, the passerby shot him 3 times, killing him. The deputy, a 12-year veteran named Dean Bardis, was treated for his injuries and later released from the hospital. So people were saying, like, the dude's brother, Louis Strother, is saying they're calling him a good Samaritan, but what about my brother? He's acting like my brother was armed, and that's kind of like the argument as far as could you have stopped him in a different manner. Now I got the picture here, one because I wanted y'all to see that it was this motherfucker here, which I don't mean to call him a motherfucker because he's dead.
His man has passed away now.
Yeah, but still, I think you could have handled him. So one, I'm worried about this patrol officer's hands.
Yeah,
he may not be able to do this job yet. And what about his hands as far as taking this guy out? But I just want to know you guys' thoughts on, do you think this is justified?
Yeah.
I mean, he was attacking this guy, but was there once the Samaritan start shooting somebody and he didn't shoot him?
Or something.
53. He didn't shoot him to stop him. It seems like he was intended to kill him by plugging him 3 times. So your thoughts on that situation?
Trained police can't just shoot to injure, so you can't expect good Samaritans to do it.
And especially too, when you shooting. You ain't no such thing like I'm just going to try to shoot at your legs. No, motherfucker. You pulling out a gun, you shooting. You shoot.
Like, why not shoot at somebody's knee?
It ain't that easy. When you shooting
shoot the sheriff, so it must be.
No.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You weren't scared of the sheriff.
No, you.
As far as he's on top of him, beating him.
Right, if he's
beating him, and he can still hit dude 3 times and not hit the sheriff. He's pretty decent with that pistol.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, did you say he was shooting from
This is the picture of him on the sheriff.
Okay, wait a minute. So where did the guy shooting? Was it close range?
I think the guy took the picture and then shot him.
Wait, where'd he get the gun?
Hey, where did our world
Did he
stop?
already have the gun? Did he already have the gun?
No, the passerby shot him.
No, what I'm saying, that's what I'm talking about.
No, he didn't have the sheriff's gun. The guy,
the Good Samaritan had a gun.
He had his own gun.
So usually when people have guns, they usually go to shooting ranges and practice and stuff. I don't know anybody with random guns that don't go.
Have you heard a little tutu around the block? That motherfucker ain't going no. Yeah.
By the amounts, the volume of the clip.
Now, this ain't a hitter though. This is a white dude in Florida. So.
But this is my thing though. 9 times out of 10 in a situation like that, maybe he does go to the range. But this is also too. I doubt very seriously that this motherfucker's a sniper from he's a fucking Green Beret. He walked up to that dude. He got close and shot him. He got up close. He didn't take this picture like I'm gonna take this picture and I'm gonna snipe your ass at the same time. It ain't happening. I don't know if that even matters because this is what I'm no. This is what I'm gonna say. Oh yeah. If you getting your ass beat by somebody,
he was gonna die.
If the cop was black, he wouldn't have shot him.
Hold on, wait a minute.
They would have understood.
Right,
hey, get off it. You know what?
Y'all settle this amongst yourselves.
I would say this much: if you getting your ass beat, I mean, getting the brakes beat off your motherfucking ass, right? You about to lose. You might get your ass beat so bad you might die. If I see Cuzzo, if I see anybody walking past and they got a gun, I'm like, shoot this motherfucker.
The cop was released later that day.
I'm saying
that ain't no his ass was beat.
I'm saying
that ain't like he was there at night. They was like, you good.
I'm saying if you in the midst of it and you know you losing and somebody walking past with a gun, yank this motherfucker. Really? You gonna think about it.
So
I'm not saying you gonna think about it.
You just can't take a pumpkin head for all
I would say
that's the problem out there. Nobody can take a pumpkin head.
I would say is it justified? No, because he could have went up to that motherfucker and could have started fight. He could have jumped on top of him.
Exactly.
He could have held him,
but
kicked the motherfucker in the head.
His life was worthless.
It
wasn't all lives matter.
It's true. I feel you.
But the cop didn't shoot him.
It's a Samaritan. Yeah, he shot.
No. What I'm saying is,
yeah,
we just know the part where look, there's a black man beating on a white cop.
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
But if the guy was charging the cop didn't shoot him. The cop could have shot him and possibly killed him, and then we got another story.
No, I would have went with the cop on this.
but we wouldn't have known that. We wouldn't have known that. All we would have heard was white cop shoots black man. That's all the information we would have got, and we would.
No,
I doubt it.
No. Listen, the dude was doing 100 and driving aggressively on the shoulder of the road. He almost hit the cop. So, I mean, one, that just shows that he was kind of maybe perhaps out of it. If you're saying that he attacked the cop and the cop could have gotten away, not to say that people wouldn't have had questions. I'm not always like, well, clearly this is a setup when something happens. I always say, so the question could have been raised, but if you would have shown me the proof to do, look, if you would have shown me this and then the cop shot him later, and the picture that I'm talking about, everybody, is, what was the guy's name that I just said? His name is Edward. If Edward Strother, if I saw this picture of him that we're looking at, and it's the cop car in the background and him on top of the officer, clearly he's holding him down, his arm looks cocked like he's about to punch him, I would have less questions about was it justified for the cop to kill him. There's just the truth. Sometimes it's right to kill him.
Right, the reason why I pointed it out is I'm impressed that the cop didn't go for a gun
but
to
that's what the
shoot
cops are
him.
saying. Maybe he was worried, like they're saying now, that he doesn't want to be on the news, and he risked his own life so you black motherfuckers can live.
But he got out the same day.
Somebody else killed him.
But this is my. But this is my thing, though. If you
one way or another, y'all gonna get killed.
But this is what I'm saying, though. If you was in a situation, yeah, he got out later, and you know what I'm saying, it wasn't that bad. But if you're in a situation, you're getting your ass whooped, and you know a motherfucker coming past with something.
How old is the cop? How old is this cop?
If you getting your ass whooping, you know you getting your ass whooping. You know you motherfucking.
So he's a veteran, and he got laid out by a pedestrian.
12 years.
Oh shit! His hands.
He need to lose his job.
Yeah. I don't think he needs to be out in the field no more. If he gets beat up by a 53-year-old.
That's to my point. If he getting his ass whooping, you about to think I'm losing. This motherfucker's probably about to kill my ass. Somebody walking past, shoot this motherfucker.
So every time somebody gets into a fight, so every time what you're saying is when. So anyway, this is what. Shoot him! This is how they feel. This is how they feel about you all, and you just helping it go even further.
No, listen. Wait. I'm saying.
Wait, they say the kids don't fight no more, right? They say the kids. They say the kids don't. Yeah, the aardvark. Listen, I'm not saying. They say the kids don't fight anymore, and now you're like, anytime somebody pounding on you, shoot them. Shoot them right away.
Hold on.
Why do people get beat to death in the city of Chicago?
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I'm not saying that I would do that.
You just said to shoot. You said if somebody jumping on you to shoot them.
I didn't say me.
I thought you did.
This is a disclaimer that he's from Inglewood.
It sounds like you said that, dude.
You said, Cuzzo, if you walking past, rock. Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
I have hands. I've been in the many fights. I can defend
this
myself.
When you on the bottom getting past, you said him.
I said
no.
I said him.
You said if someone's doing this to shoot them, and now you're backtracking. That's what you said.
I said
you was like rock. Yeah.
I said him. I said if somebody's walking past and you getting your ass beat talking about him. And you think he about to lose, and you think he about to die. Somebody got a gun. I'm not surprised the motherfuckers say, shoot the motherfucker.
Well, that feeling, and you think you about to die.
You want to live.
No, I'm saying.
You got a gun, shoot this motherfucker. I'm trying to get home.
So at a reaction, so if anybody has that advantage over you in a fight, you automatically assume you're going to die.
I'm a dirty fighter. I'll bite you. I'll bite you and scratch you.
But I'm saying, but when you make that assumption that if you lose position in a fight, and it's obvious you have lost the fighting position.
Am I about to die?
No, I'm saying, is that the first thought you have?
No. I'm fighting back.
So what I'm saying
your nose,
is,
I'm gouging your eyes. I yank your man.
So what I'm saying is,
I'm trying to win.
That little filler.
I'm trying to win.
That little filler of you saying, and I think I'm about to die, then shoot him. That's not a simple thing. That's not a simple assumption.
We got the title of this. Yank your man. I yank your man.
Yank your man.
No. I'm a very dirty
cage
fighter.
Fighting with D. Dirty D.
This is worse than cage fight.
I'm a dirty fighter.
They yank your man in a cage fight.
But if I do know I am about to die, like, okay, this man is about to kill. Like, if he choking me and I can feel my life is leaving my body, and I see Cuzzo walking past with that yank this motherfucker, take him out. I want to live. But if I'm just fighting, I'm fighting
just so you won't have to yank his manhood.
No.
Oh no!
No, do it after he yanks his man. That'll be better for the show. Just wait. You be like, shoot him, Kai. Be like, yeah, do it. You be like, come on, Kai. Yank it. Fuck it.
You got the man die. He got his manhood yanked and he dies. Oh no!
I'm just saying though.
Did you got knocked out? So he not savage no more?
He did.
How savage is that?
That's not savage.
Exactly. 21 Savage is on TV, and Tony and his joke. This is him.
This is him. I never seen it.
Yeah, he be talking about he gonna take Kylie from Tiger and all that.
What Tiger gonna do?
Not with that.
Nothing.
Nah, they not letting him in the Kardashian
Yank
house.
his manhood
In his mouth. But no, he got. But the real thing is how savage can he be? But he was getting knocked out and shit. Tony.
He's in the middle of a show. He's trying to perform in front of fans who he thinks is a room full of his fans, and somebody rushes the stage. They knock out his security guard. Then they ran to him and they started punching him. I think he got one punch in before the rest of the security came and pulled him away. But he's not in savage mode. Then he's trying to perform.
You walk around.
He's trying to entertain.
This is my thing.
in savage mode. He hasn't had his spinach.
You walk around with fucking tattoos and shit between your eyes and all that. Motherfuckers gonna test you. Motherfuckers gonna see, oh, okay, you about that life? Let me go ahead and rush your ass.
Where people paid to come see him?
Yeah. Who's the crowd he's bringing in?
The crowd that he brings in.
This motherfucker's there with half their face tatted. You only got a little bit between your eyes. I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah.
But back to the point, that cop doesn't need to be out in the field anymore. He can beat up by
His
pedestrians.
hands
Yeah, he's good. He needs to be on death duty.
His hands alone cost his brother's life. Think about it. This cop could go, even though, let me say this too. The deputy, he had got a discharge from the armed forces because he got hurt. So.
And he was out in the field expected to protect people?
Yeah, but I guess.
If he couldn't physically perform?
How many times sheriffs actually have to do something, though? Besides
I don't know.
evictions and tickets.
I don't think they do. They don't do evictions anymore.
They don't do evictions?
I don't think. No.
Man, I done got off.
No, that's what my old man said. I'm like, well, I'm going to just get the sheriff to come evict these people. He's like, nah, they don't do that no more. I was like,
I'm going to lock your shit. I
was like, what? You got to do it.
Oh, shit, get the fuck out of here. But, listen, have you ever came up on an eviction?
What you mean?
You know, like somebody got all their shit thrown out and you wait till it's dark time and then the city comes.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, you didn't grow up in Inglewood.
Speaking of that, you know what? I got Kim a lamp that was sitting outside our building. I wonder what's an eviction. It was a bunch of shit. It was like a box of Roman noodles next to it.
I wonder what's in the eviction.
I don't know.
Was it on the street or was it on the sidewalk?
No, it was on the sidewalk. It was like a bunch of shit.
Nah,
and
you
she
can't
was
touch
like,
that. That's on the
I took
sidewalk.
it. I gave her.
It's
a
different
lamp.
on the street. That means they trying to throw it out. It was on the sidewalk.
Maybe somebody was just lit. Somebody was just, saying like, I don't want it. I remember, man, when we first moved over there, we had this big old plant, and I just sat it outside. Like I put on there like free plant. Somebody took the shit. It was huge though. We walked outside, leaving Kim's place, and she didn't really have that much light in her living room area. And I was like, oh damn, it's a lamp out here. You want it? So I just took it. No,
Right, somebody.
Mama, shut up.
He just did.
I don't think I was a thief. I think fucking
Why you
maybe
didn't call the cops on yourself? You should be like, you know what I just did?
Man, that man was about to get shot. I didn't want that man.
You were about to get him shot.
How?
Because you were calling the cops and he didn't have a pistol on him.
What?
You knew he didn't have a pistol on him, D.
It was suspicious. He
No
didn't pull it
motherfucker with
out.
no pistol he would have shot the dude. Well,
I
now people
thought he was
don't
about to
know
get
the
shot.
story.
Listen,
I've been getting raised up at home about people need to know what we're talking about. During the summertime, D was staring out his window feeling snitchy.
No,
so
it
he
wasn't.
saw some white guy yelling, "Help me! He's stealing my shit!" And the black guy had his keys, or what did he have?
He took his bag.
He had his laptop in his bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dude kept coming. The white guy being as brave and like, "Fuck this dude." He kept coming for the brother, trying to get his shit, and the brother was like, "I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you." And at this point, real motherfuckers, I think me and Kyle was like, "This motherfucker is either."
Wait a minute. By the time he got across the street, I had already called. By the time he got across the street, I'm like, okay, this is something
a white man scream.
But this is the thing. But it's the thing, though. They did catch his ass.
You woke up out of your what?
He did have something on him. He did have something on him. It was a toy, but he did have something on him.
But you knew.
He could have got
street logic. Let you know.
I ain't gonna say,
How could you save
I ain't
his
gonna say his life.
if you would have got
He
him
coulda
shot
got
for
shot.
having a fake pistol on?
Yeah,
him?
I just thought about that.
You put his life in jeopardy.
He should have been
All
robbing
he
people.
needed was a fucking laptop.
He should have been
He was
robbing
gonna
people.
smoke that laptop, and you took his smoke.
You better get off me. But get off me. And people just walking past like, this don't seem right. He would have shot him by now. I've seen people get shot.
I wouldn't have been out there. I would have been one of them. Oh, for real? Oh, okay.
I don't want that shit around my house. Get your ass. Don't want that around me.
You live on Everett now, so you don't want to.
Goddamn right. Even on Wood Street. But I knew the motherfuckers that was robbing, so, you know. Yeah. I knew the motherfuckers that was doing the robbing. Why you take that man shit? Get that man shit. Hey, get that lady her shit back. That's the shit that happens.
The flip.
Hey, all right, hold on. Let's go into the whole Insecure thing. Insecure, the TV, is it miniseries?
No, it's
HBO
a
miniseries.
series.
It's a
HBO
series?
show.
Okay, so what happened? What's going on?
First season wrapped up this week and set off this whole ruckus on Twitter. Men and women just taking sides and doing things. But it's the show is a real good show. I watched all the episodes, 8 episodes. This first season is developed by Issa Rae, who was a great young writer and performer. She did the show Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. It was a YouTube series, and off of that she got this development deal with HBO, and she produced this show with Larry Wilmore, and it's like a real good show. Yeah, he helped create the show, and the thing is, like, if you haven't seen Insecure or seen the season finale, there was this whole that it was basically the last scene of the entire show, and it has to do with something that Issa's boyfriend did. Issa, I'm trying not to spoil it because I know everybody in here hasn't even seen the show, but it's Issa did something in the middle of the season. Her boyfriend ended up retaliating at the end of the season, and it just set up the whole thing. But if you go on Twitter, like basically the reactions of everything on Twitter, and it's pretty funny as hell. We'll come back to it, like I said, when everybody see the show. But I just wanted to speak on the show in general because it was pretty revolutionary, I think, in a lot of ways, and to put it in the context of this whole year where a lot has sucked in 2016, but TV hasn't really been one of those things, and TV has been pretty cool and is really opened up a lot of people in this year where we look at shows like, you know, we had our discussion a couple weeks ago about shows like Master of None in Atlanta, these shows that are showing people of color in different new ways, and young people too. And I think Insecure is as good as any of those shows that has come along. It's sort of a female leading show, of course, because of its creator, and it delves a lot into female relationships and stuff. But I think it also is more even-handedly than a show of its type could have handled men. It handled men quite well in the way that we react to certain things in relationships, and we deal with certain things too. And on top of that, there's a lot of sex in it. It takes advantage of being on HBO, and that's something that there was one piece that I shared with y'all from Very Smart Brothers. Damon Young wrote it, and he gets into the whole thing about not having a show that has shown this much sex with black people in it, because for some reason that's been sort of a spooky thing for Hollywood to show black people naturally having sex and not being not porno, not being weird or not being predatorial about it or something like that. It's just shown black people doing things. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's fun, and that's why I think like Insecure is a fun show at its heart, but it does deal with some real things in regards to relationships too. It's a good show. Like if you got your lady, it's a good show to watch with your lady. It's a good show. It was funny too because there was guys to like I said to sort of tease more about the end, and there was guys. I remember this one video on Twitter, guys high-fiving each other at the end of the season finale. And y'all remember too, we had a text. Melvin was the first one that brought it up, and Melvin likened the end of the season to LeBron in Game 7 of the finals this year, and I kind of agree with that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the show. It's definitely Insecure is definitely something to check out. And the season 2 is going to be they've signed up for season 2, so it's going to be one of those shows that black people talk about definitely big time in the next year.
So we're gonna try to watch everything to next week so we can talk about it. It's only half an hour shows. Yeah,
it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, it's only half an hour shows.
How many episodes?
I already got I got Westworld up.
I gotta watch that too. I heard that
People
man.
really
People
started-
talking about that shit like crazy.
So can we push this for
I gotta
2?
watch
Can we do 2 weeks? Can we do this too?
Is Westworld?
It's an
Is an hour?
Yeah.
Westworld is an hour.
Man, let's how about the sister first? How about the sister first?
Wink. Sure. The sister.
That's not part of the plan.
I mean, I may be able to do both.
No.
But I already
Watch the
started
sister show
Westworld
first.
last night and only got 20 minutes in. She's like, I'm sleepy. I don't want to do.
Fuck that. Come on, let's do this episode out first.
Oh man, I told you I did 20. I've watched Insecure.
How many
Black
episodes
Girl.
you watched?
I don't know if I've done 2. It's very entertaining. I'm down with
The
watching.
first episode
it,
was phenomenal.
but I
just
got to
didn't
see
get a chance to get back to it.
get shot too.
Oh, come on, man. You can hold off a little
I
bit.
did
motherfuckers
Atlanta,
get shot.
man. It
Hey,
wasn't
you,
a lot- it was
hey,
only
you
shit.
motherfuckers, you see get shot. I was
No,
like,
I
come on,
I'm making
come on.
both. Listen, we'll get it in the next 2 weeks. Everybody, stay tuned. We're doing a lot.
I said Issa is she's a pretty good writer.
She is.
And she wrote this last episode, and like I said, I was really surprised about, like I said, the way that she handled both men and women in a comedic fashion in relationship. Like it's not like Girlfriends was sort of you could take it and leave it, but it was more pandering towards the female audience. This one I think is more even handed, and like I said, Issa just as a comedic performer herself is funny. She's cute, she's sexy, but she's also funny. So
That's one thing I was worried about when I saw like the previews for the show. Is
she cute enough?
No. Is this Tyler Perry pander to the black woman type of show? Because those shows are boring. Come on, those shows are boring.
Sexist Tony.
They not boring.
Who's boring?
Those Tyler Perry
I don't watch that
drama.
shit. I don't watch that shit.
Show. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought.
I don't have cable, so I have an excuse.
You're right.
Watch this then if you don't have cable.
HBO. I have the. I have cable for the HBO. I don't have cable for what channel do like OWN? I can't get OWN. The hookup don't come with OWN. It come with HBO though. Shout out to HBO.
But
Oprah need to step on her game and put it on Roku. She need to get on Roku.
Well, my point was those shows are really, really boring. Like to me,
Like Meet the Brown.
and yeah, all that stuff is whack, man.
That still come on UP? Not UPN. Shit.
UPN.
Damn. See, no, what?
Washed in the motherfucker.
I know, I am. What channel would that come on here in Chicago? WCIU. There you go.
But I'm glad to hear from
watch UPN
Kyle
every day.
that it's not that way. It takes the both sides of the black experience.
She had a really good interview with NPR about 3 weeks ago, and it was good because she broke down the process of coming up with the show and also her own insecurities. And the lady that was interviewing her had said, how she really doesn't come off as being insecure, and most people don't assume that. But it's good because I think everyone kind of questions yourself sometime, and to see successful people say that, it just really empowers you to get your shit together even more. But I think she's a powerful sister. I look forward to actually what else she's going to do going forward, because I would think clearly she's going to be a mover and shaker going forward.
I believe so. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But I think she's portraying a character in her late 20s on the show, so I'm guessing she's no older. She's around our age at least. So, but yeah, that's.
I got something. Sorry.
Finish
Finish
I was
it.
saying that was a good point that you brought up because about the way that she's the difference I think between a show like Insecure and a show like Tyler Perry or something like that.
Hey, why we keep bringing up Tyler Perry?
Is he
I'm
the
saying-
poster child for this?
It's other people, man. We don't have to
Like
go
who?
But whatever the show, but those shows, even a show like Are We There Yet or something like that, like these old studio you got me say UPN, but these syndicated type shows that, like I said, they're broad and they handle things broadly, and everything's wrapped up in a half hour. Issa show is like Atlanta. There are shows that happen over the course of a season. Everything's not tight in a bow after a half hour, and it's the details that count. It's details and it's relatable stuff that we can all see in ourselves as young black people. That's interesting. It's not just you can pray your problems away or
Right.
get you the right light skinned man and you'll be all right and stuff.
Yeah, she 31. Joy Issa is her first name. She's 31. Oh, well, she a Capricorn. Shout out to the Capricorns.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, baby?
Cap season coming.
Hey, she's a cutie pie. All right.
Like I said, y'all ain't see.
Yeah. Like I said, I only watched the first episode, and I'm like, okay, this shit's good. I just never got around to watching the rest of them, but I'm definitely gonna binge watch it though.
I'll tell you one thing that she does that's funny that you'll see in the early episode. Like she'll rap.
Yes.
In the she'll in the bathroom she'll rap and stuff like just stuff like that is just, like it's quirky and it's stuff that you can relate to yourself or people around you. It's not over the top, but it's funny.
I get bars when I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
What you got? What you say?
What you got, man?
All right, you asked me something, and it crossed my mind because you asked me if I had like a favorite girl or whatever, right? And I was like,
yeah.
I don't. But then
You got
it hit
one
me
now?
yesterday, right?
Who you got?
And I try to, who I was, because I think it's everything. Because mine is more than visual. It's also how smart I think you are. Mm-hmm. It's
Nobody want no dumb girls.
Lupita Nyong'o. Yeah.
The African girl from Star Wars and
They didn't show a face
slave.
of Star Wars, but yeah.
So
Yeah.
really,
It's because I want her attractive. Her skin is just amazing.
chocolate.
But it's because her being.
She pulled a race card. Like, was that her?
You watch your fucking mouth.
No, I'm saying, was that
Not
her?
her.
Where she was making like kissing her boyfriend? Somebody like making out hard with her boyfriend on the
wasn't her.
street?
No,
That wasn't
no,
her.
that wasn't
Oh,
her.
yeah.
That was some other.
Do me a favor, smack the shit out of him.
Yeah, she lied. Yeah, I know. No, that's not her.
No, that wasn't her at all.
She was in 12 years. 12 years.
Yeah.
She's like a BC actor, if that. Yeah.
She wasn't a beast.
I would get her, and I would give old girl on The Walking Dead that too. Like when she's not on the show because they
She is
but
bad
when
off
she
the show.
off the
Ooh,
off the show
is
she
bad. The what's her name sister? Tyrese's sister. Talking about Tyrese's sister, right?
I'm talking about her and I'm talking about her, but I'm actually talking about Michonne. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I agree with Michonne ain't bad. I hate how they do her wig work on there.
No, I'm saying on the
But
show,
I thought you
but
were talking
off
about
the
I agree.
show.
I thought you were talking about Tyrese's sister. So
She look good too. Yeah,
but
she
no,
look-
with Lupita, because what is she Nigerian? What is she? Her ethnicity? But she was raised in like Mexico.
Yeah.
See, I like that type of shit. Like, tell me about this shit.
You know, there's a lot of
So
black
she seemed
folks in
like she
Mexico. A lot of former slaves.
Fuck are you talking to?
That's true. You don't know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course I do.
I'm just saying, there's black folks in Mexico.
I am a black Mexican, even though you've always hated that about me.
Your ass is in the Dominican. Your ass was not in Mexico.
How the fuck they ain't got no Air Ones and no motherfucking Dominican? They bare feet.
Ooh,
Anyway.
she is bad.
Who?
You talking about her, right? Yeah. What's her name?
And that's after she got knocked up. You should have got some of them pre-knocked up photos. Before she was sullied. Then on the show you can see she was
Sanquia Martin Green.
Woo.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
She's a beautiful woman.
She's beautiful. You watch the last episode of Walking Dead yet?
Yeah.
I ain't watching. I gotta watch
Let
it
me
tonight.
spoil the fuck out of it then.
I'm telling you, man. I'm not.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, man. Oh, you see, this is the thing. What is it? Stan? You're a Walking Dead Stan. And it can shit
No,
on a camera,
that's
and you
not
be like,
true.
"That was the greatest shit I've seen in my life."
I didn't like Farm Rick. See, Rick has done a couple
I
things.
ain't
I
talking
didn't
about
like
the
when
characters,
Rick
Ken.
went crazy for the pussy.
Ken, I ain't
I didn't
talking
like
about
it when he
characters.
got to Alex. No, I'm talking about season wise.
Season.
I didn't like when Rick went farm boy on me. I didn't like his wife. So when she was, it's been things about Walking Dead I'll get on. I didn't like when Rick went crazy over the pussy and dissed Michonne. Michonne was throwing the pussy at him. When he seen that white girl, he was like, "Shit, I'll kill your husband." I didn't fuck with that shit like that. So no.
So season before last was shitty.
I think that was the season before that one.
We talk about this all goddamn day.
But no.
I'm not. I can actually wait.
The last
until-
episode was great.
Oh, last Pack Sunday's episode was great.
Yeah, it was a standalone episode. You should enjoy this. It's one of them good Walking Dead standalone episodes.
That's the only thing is that it is sort of taking its time, but it
has to.
Right, it sort of has to, but it's you can tell what it's working up to, but it's like you just have to be patient.
You can't
with
be
it
killing
right now.
motherfuckers every week. It can't be like because then we'd be saying that they're going for the cheap thrill and whatnot.
I like a cheap
the
date.
in-depth part of it is what makes it good. Just talking to somebody today, and I was like, man, I want to hear more about the zombies' point of view, and he joking, but I'm like, and of course, you know what I was saying. It's not about the zombies.
I think they could. They do sort of. I think they sort of cut the corner a little bit by having all sort of a run on of standalone episodes. I think they would probably do better for themselves if they would work Negan into each episode or work 2 or 3 storylines.
I want to see him, but even though, and the thing about Negan is everywhere. So even though we didn't see Negan, we still felt his presence.
That's true.
But I don't need him to come and become the star of the show, because if he's in every episode, I'm like, okay, this motherfucker go again. Well, you know what's something. I used to be on Supernatural, but anyway. Nobody ever bring that up. They were talking about the good wife and shit. I remember him being motherfucking on Supernatural, being motherfucking Dean and motherfucking what's his name's father. You should have. This shit is fantastic.
It's still on TV too. That show been on for like 10 years.
Stealing money.
You still watching?
I haven't watched this season. It's moved to one of those stations that you would know.
Channel 50. It's on CW. It's on.
Yeah, I
it's
on
on
you would
CW.
know. You gotta watch your little superhero shows.
Yeah. Speaking of that, good segue. And this is my girl right here, Candace Patton. She's on The Flash. She's nice. Oh yes, she's a cutie pie. Mm-hmm. Stay there longer. It's nice.
I feel like we need a segment just to gather up.
Hey, listen, like I said, my overall, you know what I'm saying, number one as of right now, you know what I'm saying, it's still got to be Serena, but, you know.
Which is surprising for you, because you hate that athlete.
What the fuck? I like everything.
No, look, Serena belongs to you. I love me some Serena, but you seem like you would see it.
I think I would, man, if I was fighting, I ain't your manhood keep Serena around.
Stop talking about that shit.
You trying to do what to my lady? Yank. Don't you touch Serena. I will fight you.
You know how
I will fight you. I'll bite you. Man, listen, I fight dirty.
I ain't fighting over no chick.
I'm just saying.
Especially she not mine.
She could be. She could be.
I'm just saying. You act like you just see Drake one day, you just gonna stop fighting that.
These are all jokes. Shout out to Serena. But yeah, this is great.
All right, to take a tragic turn, I want to get this in while we started out bad.
Tragic.
You took
what
us
happened?
to something nice like watching Insecure Black Girl, something strong for the sisters.
Insecure Black Girl.
So a teacher allegedly poisoned her son.
Say what?
With his own fecal matter for his own good, she claimed. This took place in Indiana.
Only Indiana.
Yeah. An Indiana mother allegedly injected feces into her son's IV bag while he was receiving treatments for leukemia. The doctors were puzzled when the infection sickened a teenage boy who was undergoing chemotherapy at Raleigh Hospital of Children in Indianapolis during the fall. The 15-year-old had been treated for leukemia in August, but bouts of severe diarrhea, fever, vomiting forced him to return to the hospital in September. The culprit was not cancer, though. Prosecutors at Marion County said that the boy's mother, 40-year-old teacher named Tiffany Alberts of Walcott, Indiana, had injected fecal matter into his IV line. She had been charged with 7 felony counts, including 6 counts of aggravated battery, counts of neglect, and owner of a dependent. I'm trying to. I'm sorry, this jumped around. Confusion about his sentence prompted a blood test, which revealed microbes in his bloodstream associated with feces. WLFI reported. They caught her on a surveillance camera.
Okay, thank you. That's about to say, how do you not see somebody putting shit in
the
IV
shit
bag?
in the bag? Film the bitch.
Yeah, it's something floating in the goddamn bag. Unless she had the runs.
Bag is suspect.
Unless she had the runs and it was liquid. You know what I'm saying? She was peeing on her ass and put some liquid in the goddamn bag. But how would you
switch him to another department?
So she put shit in his.
This could kill him because they have to wait for this to clear up before he can resume.
The toxins will kill you. What kind of shit is this?
It's clearly she's crazy.
Wow.
And this is like the second lady in India.
I hope she not being a teacher. I hope she got fired being a teacher.
I would hope so too.
She ain't teaching biology. I know that much.
Maybe she is because she knew what to do.
The bar for being a teacher must be relatively low if there's no psych tests for teachers at all.
Please.
I mean, but who would you
teaching
think,
is a good hustle if you got in at the right time?
Yeah. Who would you think that's like, oh yeah, this person's going to put shit in an IV bag to her own child just to get it moved into another floor or something like that?
She thought it was going to be wherever they were going to move him was going to be someplace that could help him more, and she thought to help her.
Yeah, it's going to be called heaven. God damn it. Wow. It's going to be dead. If she's putting shit in his veins. Literally. Her motivation, according to the court records received by CNN, was to see her son move from Raleigh Hospital intensive care unit to another unit at the hospital where the treatment was better, Albert's attorney said. Yeah, shitty mom. Hope the little boy lives, though.
Wait. Shitty mom. That's a shitty mom.
Nah, we can't. We don't get that far with it. Even though it could be.
Does he have any? Does it say any relatives?
No, they don't give us all that. They want you to hit. I don't want to see a picture because I'm worried.
It's Indiana.
I think you can assume.
What's her name?
Huh?
I think you can assume. What's her name? Yeah, what's her name?
Her name is Tiffany Alberts. That's what I'm saying. You
want to know, Kyle?
Dan Davis game. Is she black? Wait. Oh, shit. This is one of us.
Right.
Boom, boom. Oh, we didn't lose this time.
There we go.
No, she's white for 400.
I mean, but is it her weird way of trying to help?
No, she's a sick. She's sick. She's not helping.
By any means necessary?
No, by making him sick. There's other ways you could probably make him sick without putting fecal matter in that he's going to have. He may miss his chemotherapy.
What, urine would be better?
I don't know. I'm not debating that shit with you.
I'm just saying.
Urine wouldn't work because it would be so diluted inside of the IV. It wouldn't really work. I mean, urine is really just salty-ass water with no nutrients in it. Well, less nutrients.
I know, right? Is anybody remotely interested in the fact that the Kardashian show has stopped because of Kanye?
That's good.
Filming despite keeping up with the Kardashians, it's still filming despite rumors of production has halt due to Kim robbery and Kanye's hospitalization. I would think that they would probably really want to show that because the rating is going to probably be bananas. It won't be this season. It won't be next season.
Well, no, they did. They did.
Did they?
They didn't. Remember, people were saying initially when Courtney went there that they were trying to bring the cameras in. I'm not saying that happened or not, but they didn't film any of when he was dying, or they filmed when he came back and you knew he was healthy, but they didn't film any of that because it would have been a bad look. Just like with Kanye being. I mean, to me, this could be because. Another thing that came out today allegedly was that Kanye was supposed to be released or his release was coming, but they're saying that he's not close enough now. And now,
what do you mean he's not close enough?
He's not. He hasn't gotten his faculties back.
Yeah, wasn't there something about he wouldn't let people touch him in the?
I don't know enough, but
I saw something like that.
This is spiraling into a thing that I worry if it'll ever be the same long term. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he's good for a minute. Will it ever be sustainable? And I think all of us come from Chicago.
He's going to be the caretaker for the rest of his life.
Not even just that, but I think we've all from Chicago known that allegedly Kanye has some mental instabilities. And some people, I don't know if he has supposed to take medication or whatever, but that's always been something that you heard about Kanye. That Kanye is, I don't want to say schizophrenic or bipolar. I can't say, but something doesn't necessarily, I won't say add up because everybody has their own shit. But that's what I worry about. Like, that's what kind of one reason why we were doing the flip. And you asked me if I had something to say. It was one of the reasons why I didn't say anything because I even look at this as long term. Hopefully not. This could be the beginning of dissolving between them, to me, in a way, because in a decade,
him and Kim,
yeah, because I worry. And I'm not to say that by no means am I trying to take any shots and questioning her love, but sometimes it's hard to take care of people. We've seen this in the past with people if they have any mental problems. Not saying she wouldn't, but I'm just worried that what happened if down the road that is so much issue with her. And she has 2 kids now that even though she cares about him, she may want to take a step back. And I hope not because it seems like that would do him more harm.
I mean, that could be a possibility. I think. It's a little. If you want to compare it to Lamar, we're not looking at a drug thing as of now. We don't, that's not an issue. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't know if how he's been with the kids. He's probably been fine with the kids.
Yeah, probably.
So I mean, I don't know. I think it was interesting to me because, like, just looking from afar, I thought for a while that he was made for her and vice versa. Like, I thought that they were actually a very good couple that could be in it for the long haul. But if one person isn't functioning right,
that's hard.
Mentally,
period.
Yeah,
that's hard. It's hard. Period. Man.
It's hard to get over that.
You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot of anybody. I mean, so that I hope not. That's the thing I was saying. Like, I hope not, because man, that'd be even worse for him. And even though regardless of the foolishness he said about Trump, and I'm not casting any dispersions on some who you want to be elected. I'm just saying, as far as him with some of the stuff he's done before when he got on President Bush. That it makes me question any of that shit. Of both sides, Democratic and Republican, but you did choose sides in the past.
To me, that stuff is just filler. It's not really.
Q-Tip said he got to have a really talk with him. Did you see that on Bluebird?
Yeah, I saw.
Q-Tip was like, we got to have a serious talk. He didn't want to talk about it, but he was like, basically like he shouldn't have said that shit.
Yeah, I would be willing to question that. That's really
how he feels.
Yeah, that he was really.
I mean, now he can really spin it. Unfortunately, like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Jay, I love you. Mwah!
I just bug. I just need a little rest.
Yeah, I was tired, Jay. I was tired. BJ, you know how I be.
Yeah, fam.
Come on. Yeah, he could really do that.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, since we're on this, so Jay-Z have reached. Hopefully, Jay-Z's reached out to him. Am I not right?
If he really I could see Jay not reaching out,
really?
But if Jay does care about him in any way, this would be a time to reach out.
Even just for publicity wise, he should reach out though, right?
Not necessarily, because that's not he's not very public in that way.
This is
because he get out and be like, man, you still didn't hit me. Come by, talk to me like a man.
I think a lot of people do shit on Kanye. It's like, listen, that's what his ass get, or they just don't like him.
I don't believe that.
I like him. Oh, I don't think a lot of people don't like him as a person, right? I think a lot of people don't like Kanye as a person. But you have to look at this more so like, okay, it seems as if this man is having kind of like a mental breakdown. Something's going on. It's a lot deeper than just him being an asshole, right? And then if it comes out that was true, and then Jay-Z, supposed to be his mentor, he looks up, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Mm-hmm. And for him not to reach out and say either go see him or call him, I think it'll be a good thing to go see him. Like, okay, man, listen, obviously something's happening right there. If that comes out and that ends up to be true, that's bogus. That's bogus as fuck, in my opinion. It seems as if it's legit, it's not like a stage kind of a thing. This ain't a shit, like episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, nothing like that. If it's a staged fucking shit, I understand. Like, okay, yeah, you really fucking foul. You staged some bullshit like this. But if it's true, man, if that's your mans, you need to go see your mans.
Jay has a history of jettisoning people at these particular times.
Crazy times though?
Not necessarily crazy times.
Dame had that coming though.
Times when they were weak.
Dame had that. No, Dame. Come on, Dame was. I'm on the outside looking in. And first of all, I remember we used to always question, like, how long is Jay-Z going to split this money with them? I remember this is before Kanye really got on the rock and maybe Beans was there. But he carried the rock for so long. You may as well not even have a label because it was just him for so long. How long was he really supposed to keep cutting that pie like that? So, I'm not going to get mad. Look, please, Kyle, you start doing this as well. All right, you carry us as a team for 7-8 years, right? We get millions. Then you like, man, I think sooner or later I got to go my way. I mean, I don't even know if I'd be like, no, you shouldn't, because hopefully I've been stacking because I knew sooner or later you would leave. You carrying this?
Yeah.
That's common sense. And by no means am I saying that Jay-Z is like the greatest person of all as far as looking out for people, whatever. But I can say in some cases I can see why they went their own ways.
Yeah. And I'm not judging Jay on his past. Like I'm just saying that it's in his record though. Yeah. That's what I'm just saying.
Listen, Jazzo had that shit coming.
It's in his record to be a flaky motherfucker. That what you're trying to say?
What did Sauce Money do after Jay?
And to be self-serving and to put himself first.
He took care of Myth Bleak.
You're right. That's the exception that proves the rule.
But look, Jay-Z is the Triple H of the rap game. Put himself over before everybody else. Why your ass is still making all these fucking? Yeah, go ahead.
He took care. What's his name? What's the little dude that's always with him still?
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
the bodyguard dude.
The little one, the bodyguard.
Nah,
he sprayed R. Kelly.
But he'll hit
Tata.
Tata, yeah.
Could tell Tata. Look, Tata
not a bodyguard, but like I said, he's
a shooter.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
He's gonna sit kind. He's gonna go shoot him. Tata.
How many times I told you Jay-Z still got shooters?
Listen.
Tata.
He took care of Emory.
That's because he went up the creek for him.
Hey, I bet it's a lot of people who went to the creek.
Hell yeah.
He still didn't give him
you got
like
me?
Emory.
You got me when I get out.
So
Yeah.
The flip.
I kind of want to delve into a little sports, if y'all don't mind.
This is the flip.
I know, but I'm getting text messages about the whole Cubs Sox thing. But we'll talk about that shit Saturday.
If you want to do a little,
No, that's all right.
That whole argument to me. All right, for anybody that doesn't know,
I just got a text.
Buster Only is the person
Yeah.
that came out with that. Buster Only, and people are saying it had to come from the Cubs side. Probably got information that the White Sox have let the Cubs know that by no means will they be making any deal. Basically, they're not going to trade Chris Sale to the Cubs.
Fucking idiots. What?
I mean, look, we already knew this is the problem to me, though. We've said this on the show.
I said that.
No,
I was
being
dead serious.
very serious.
I was dead fucking serious
You
when I
knew
said that shit.
Dog, they're not. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look. Now we've said the White Sox. I've always said the White Sox are poorly run. So I am
damn
not
right.
taking up for how they're run or whatsoever. But I'll say this, and I'm not talking about the White Sox fans, the thousands that are like, don't do anything with the Cubs. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna say this: with the problems that you've had with Chris Sale, you want him out of town. Because he will go over there and he's already going to throw so many rocks at you. You don't want those rocks to be in the city.
But if you got some fucking prime time prospects coming back, I don't give a fuck what he said.
That's not a bad point. That's not a bad point.
And the Cubs got him. How many times I said on the show they need to go ahead and do a trade? But I think we all know because the way the White Sox are ran, they never gonna do that.
It's a lot of teams that wouldn't do that though.
But this is the thing.
Look, you think the Mets would really make that deal with the Yankees?
Yeah.
Interest?
Yes.
No,
It was in best interest.
Listen, I bet you the Mets would not. Look, the Yankees would probably be more interested than the Mets. I bet you the Mets wouldn't make a move like that. And look, I doubt Anaheim would make that move with the Dodgers. The flip side, I'm sure the Dodgers may make that deal with Anaheim. No, it's a lot of teams.
So in case the secondary teams won't make it up,
Right.
if you're getting prime prospects back, man, I understand what you're saying. I think we
But
all
they're not
agree
the only
on that.
people that can provide prospects.
No, I agree with you 100% with you.
I wouldn't
Right.
have, but we knew.
Exactly.
But look, I'm saying this. I can't get mad over something I knew already.
I think the whole thing.
they were that
No.
How didn't you?
Whoa. I
knew
think
they
you.
were dumb. I didn't think they were that dumb.
I think you are right. I think we already knew it. I think the problem is why so many people are upset is this has just validated what they was thinking, and it's like, I know you motherfuckers were stupid. Why the hell would you do this?
But
now
isn't
it's
this
public.
PR too though? Because think
PR
about
for
this.
who?
What if look?
What was it good for?
What if
The Cubs?
What if no? Yeah, I'm just saying. Like this is like, for instance, the Cubs being upset. Like, oh, you want to fuck with us? All right, then. Because in a way,
They won't trade.
putting it out there.
I don't blame them. I don't
care.
blame
That's
them.
not the point I'm trying to make, though. What if it wasn't as far as a stone cold, no, we won't do it, but it was slightly implied, and you knew, okay, I'm gonna throw this out here because one, it hurts the White Sox, as we already said that it hurts them from using that as leverage against another team. Say, hey, I could trade them to the Cubs. Even though I'll say this too, most teams know how the White Sox operate and know if I have player A, B, and C, the Cubs have player A, B, and C, they're going to want to trade them to me because they don't want to do a deal with the Cubs. People in baseball, like you, we knew this though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I think it's just been shown. The door has been opened. It's like, okay, this is why we knew you motherfuckers didn't know what the hell you was doing.
Yeah, so
I think I agree with you.
I'm not getting mad over
I'm
shit
not that
I already
shocked.
knew.
I'm not that shocked, but
I'm not
the
getting mad
fact
over
that
that.
it's opened up and the fact that it has been validated, it's like, you motherfuckers don't know what you're doing. You really don't know what you're doing. So now we don't even trust anything, even with the fucking rebuild, because
Whose call was that? Because it's hard for me to believe that it's Han. Because I feel like he just wants to win
Why
at
did you
this
say
point.
what? I don't even know
I
if
think
it's Kenny, if
it could be Jerry. It could be Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, it could be Jerry.
Because look,
Yeah, I would
look,
think Kenny
Jerry
would
control everything. If Kenny, look, so if he's like, I like that swoop, yeah.
Okay.
I would think Kenny would be more inclined out of anybody in that front office to get rid of him because of their relationship.
we ain't talking about the fact
Get-
of getting rid of
but to the Cubs.
I don't think I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking, but I don't think it's necessarily a thing where they're really like is anybody but the Cubs. I just think it could be a thing where the Cubs is anybody but the Sox. I mean, the Cubs Sale would be a great person to get, of course. But it's not like the Cubs. The Cubs are working from a position of strength, as Ken said. If you're working from a position of strength, you're not just like, oh, please take all of our guys. We don't. They don't. The Cubs don't need anything.
Plus,
so
the Cubs don't want to see Schwarber. Look, even though it wouldn't matter as much, they don't want to see Schwarber rake on the south side.
Yeah.
You look, and you could be as cold. And I heard Theo's extra cold, and not to say he wouldn't do it, but your preference would be, if we're gonna move his ass, I don't want to see him around. Let's get his ass the fuck up out of here.
yeah.
And do you listen? Let's just say. Unfortunately, it never happened because you're in a dream relationship with your wife. If you and Chanel split up and then have Gracie, do you want to see her every day or do you want her to move across the motherfucking country? Gracie doesn't exist.
Do I have Serena?
Yeah.
I don't want to give a fuck.
No, you don't have Serena. You have Venus.
Ooh. Venus getting
Venus
that money.
stepped up, though.
Yeah. Venus getting that juice money. She own a couple of juice bars. She making that.
See it on the backside.
Ooh, hello.
One more sip.
If I got something bad walking down,
I'm just saying, but you in
I
another
feel what you're
relationship.
saying.
Like,
No, I agree with you.
If
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
If I had
You
my
don't.
druthers,
You don't. No, you don't.
If I had my druthers, I'd be like, I don't want to see you. If we, like I said, we don't have. We don't
Why
have
don't
a
you
reason.
move?
Yeah, we don't have.
But the point is, when you trade that guy, especially this guy who's top 5, top 3 pitcher in the league, you're going to get the returns. So what I'm saying, it doesn't matter what he does on the other side, but you get the returns.
You get Schwarber. How many of the top prospects do you really think they would give?
Better than what they got
Just
now.
Look, just think about this too. The Cubs, as he said, the
A
Cubs,
starter and about 4 prospects. Probably more than that.
The Cubs are dealing from strength.
They are.
So this isn't Houston. The Cubs won the World Series. Let's say that too. This isn't Houston. This isn't Boston trying to get right back in it. This isn't the Dodgers finally trying to get into it. Where the Cubs don't have to sit there and give you 4 top prospects. They be like, we'll give you Schwarber and you get a motherfucking half.
No, but we talking about look who you moving though.
I'm saying, but look what the Cubs. It makes no sense to a certain degree, even though they would have him for 3 years. Correct?
Yeah.
The Cubs can still
On good
make
deal.
deals
Great deal.
to get, i.e., a pitcher. They can sit there at one point. Trade area. Think about the Arietta Verlander thing. You can sit there and trade. They can acquire a pitcher and not give away their prospects.
This is the thing, though. This is why I say maybe not. They're dealing with that much of strength. You are, as Tony said, dealing with a top 5, probably top 3 pitcher in the entire league. Verlander is not that. If you're the Cubs, you do have a little bit more leverage. You're talking about a top 3 pitcher, in his prime on a very good contract. They're not standing that far above you. They're really not.
Listen,
they're really not.
These are the same Cubs that when he came out, Theo was in Boston, and I believe these were the guys that was worried about his arm slot. And that's the thing. Look, that's a size guy.
True too.
And with him,
it's been durable though.
Him cutting up them blacky jerseys.
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't hurt me to get a nice deal for sale, and then that Tommy John pop and I'd be like, chicken. Just out of the hate that I have in my motherfucking heart for his actions this past season.
But I think the point is, even though it might not necessarily be the best trade for them out of all the suitors, but don't shut the door like that. Don't make it. But don't make
the Cubs put the shit on.
But what I'm saying is,
this is hate
as an organization, don't let them feel that way because they're coming from a position of strength where they feel emboldened to say stuff in
public. What if
public.
they was like, let me do you a solid, man. It's probably not gonna happen. And you like, man, this is on the low ski. And he's like, okay, I ain't telling nobody.
No, but even that seems dumb from a business.
Guess what? These motherfuckers said they ain't gonna do no business with me.
From a business standpoint, you gotta play your cards right. It's a game of poker. You gotta have your game face on. You gotta make sure I lost my train of thought there. But what I'm saying is, you don't want to let everybody know your hand or anybody know your hand from Jump Street. You gotta let everybody believe that they have a shot until they don't.
What it comes down to is that one team is a major market team, and another team is a mid-market team in a major market, and this is just another example of that. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about any emotions involved, but I know that these general managers and these front office people, they talk to each other, and they know all the information they need to know about each other.
People, they knew that they weren't gonna. Most people in baseball know the Sox probably weren't gonna make that deal with the Cubs. You just know it'd be different if the Sox and Cubs before Theo was in charge and they made major deals. All right, it was Sammy Sosa for Bell. That wasn't no major deal with that motherfucker. I mean, for real. I mean, Bell had an MVP maybe.
George Bell
had MVP, but still, look, we can't even remember what Garland got moved for, but we did Arzma for what's his name last week. when I brought up this lefty with the straight. I forgot it. We mentioned them last week. They don't make big time deals with each other like that. Neil Kotz. Yeah. They don't make those. So even before now, they didn't historically make these types of deals for the most part, as far as in our lifetime with one another.
And this is a
case though.
What's so special?
This player and those players that they have over there.
It's 4 other teams with these motherfuckers.
Right. And it's something that's kind of parasitic to me about that, like from the Sox point of view. Like, if the Sox, okay, say this would be the deal that gets the Sox going again. Then the Cubs could just turn around and say, yeah, you wouldn't have been shit if we didn't make his deal with you. That's kind of weak though, man.
If I'm getting championships, yeah, hell yeah, we made that motherfucking move.
Thank you.
I'm not arguing that. I get what you're saying. I wouldn't. I'm not.
Think it'd work out that
it wouldn't. Listen, it wouldn't bother me. But I would
not care.
I don't think we already know. This is a good thing though. You know what Schwarber is, and he'll be in the AL, so you can DH his ass. So it's not even like you don't. You may play him at first.
Instant impact.
But even with Schwarber, we're just throwing out stuff. There hasn't been any parameters of any deal.
He's in the deal.
You're still assuming though. You're still assuming.
No, I was talking to Theo and Jed. They was like,
right? Yeah, okay.
Right, like shit. The rest of the shit. Listen, they'll be like, you want Javi? I'd be like. Yeah, him too. Right.
No, but if they said that from jump, they said we don't want any deal the Cubs are sending if Schwarber is not involved. That's different.
But they may.
That's different.
If they say we see, this is the thing about it, and we know the Cubs keep saying not to say they won't. The Cubs don't plan on moving Schwarber, which I wouldn't move Schwarber anytime soon. Me personally, it'd be a need. You have to. Man,
that's not a need though. Starting pitching, you got a 40-year-old lackey
with these pitches.
Right. But you talking about an entire season though.
Dog, look,
you know how fast pitching falls off.
Look, exactly. That's the point. But you know how good hitting lasts. You know how long good hitting lasts. I can fucking buy pitching. I can't buy hitting like that. Not prime hitting. But
they've showed that they can find that though. They've shown that they can find position players. If they want to get a great pitcher in his prime under an amazing contract, this is the special case to do so.
No, I'm not.
Would you rather repay Arrieta this money?
They're not going to repay. We all know Arrieta's gone. But they may be a couple years away from the guys in the system finally doing it, right? But they can still make moves to bring in pitching and not have to give up their best hitter, perhaps. All right?
No, he's their best hitter.
Okay, so they may not have to give him up. You saw the difference that he made when he got back to the team in the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to do that particular move because they can go out and get something else because everybody else probably love the Cubs prospects as well. But like you said, though, in this special case scenario, if Kenny Williams or Rick Hahn did call Theo and say, yes, he is available, you are talking about a top 3 pitcher in the league. You have to think like, okay.
How many times has top 3 to 4 to 5 pitching actually won the World Series? Really think about it. That's not the point though.
But you're talking about adding them to a team that just won a World Series.
I'm saying
that's fucking phenomenal.
Paying for the top premium 5% of pitching. All right, when you really look at it, look at Greinke and Kershaw. All right, look at when the fucking Phillies went and got all those motherfucking pitchers that they found. They had won it. This was after when they brought in all those pitchers.
The Yankees.
But the Yankees didn't really who?
No, when they brought in Clemens and they brought in
Clemens. No, that's different.
They brought in somebody else.
No. Clemens.
They had 2 starting pitchers. They brought
think
in.
about it. They got him for Wells. Clemens, even though Clemens had turned it around in Toronto, it was still not like for sure.
Moose, and they brought in Moose.
Yeah,
Mussina.
But even with Mussina, I don't look at him as being the top.
He wasn't. He was a piece.
He's a great post.
Yeah,
he was a piece.
I'm talking about that rare air when we're talking about Kershaw.
Randy Johnson.
But Randy wasn't Randy really when they got Randy.
When Arizona? No, I'm talking about Arizona. No,
that's the only time.
Not Arizona.
That's the only time.
They did it with him and Schilling.
That's the only time. But think about how many years we're talking about though. That's you really don't need. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but dog, I don't have to go and get Kershaw to win the motherfucker.
No,
I don't. Why did Detroit? Detroit didn't win with Verlander and Scherzer.
But like I said, only thing I'm saying is
your team, the Giants.
If I call you,
how many? You got Madison Bumgarner.
I do. Yes, I do.
All right. But still, just looking at that, you didn't say we got Madison Bumgarner and we need to go get Chris Sale to come. Like you, no. If you really look at baseball,
they bring in Jake Peavy.
You don't have to do that to get back. Oh, you don't need 100% pitcher. All you need is 87 to 90 something that when we get to the playoffs can fucking do what we need to do.
The Cubs can turn down that offer. In that point, are they they have the catbird seat? Yes, they can turn down that offer. Only thing I think T and I are saying is, listen, if they calling you saying that and it's like, we want to give him to you, just make a good deal, you're not going to just sit back and be like, I'm in the catbird seat, I'm not going to take fucking Chris Sale. You're going to really, really fucking listen. You're going to be like, okay.
I'll listen.
Yeah, you're going to really listen. Even if they do say, sure, bro.
Because y'all desperate White Sox fans.
No, it ain't fucking that. It ain't. No. It is not.
I'm telling you, the Cubs
It is not that. They're not worried. As Ken just said, they're in the catbird seat with them.
If they aren't worried about that, why put that out there?
Who, the Cubs?
Yeah, why put that out there if they're not worried?
Why do you just put it? Rumors come out all.
The little bit that you have.
Look, rumors come out all the time.
They do.
So this is just one of those times where, especially that's what Bosta Only's job is, to report something that most of us already knew. But this is the thing too. Since we're in this crazy period where nothing's going on, this was the running thing today, which is like, dude, I don't need to hear people just foaming at the mouth about this. You already knew. And are we saying that the White Sox are run poorly? Yes, we are. So I'm not upset about something I already knew. Come on. You can't just keep, I'm not going to keep getting mad about it. I'm just not. It's just like, let's just do it today because Bulls ain't playing until tomorrow. Like, seriously, like, come on, man. So that I'm done with that. And now we've totally just ruined the flip and made it into a sports segment. We've lost all the women listeners.
Probably.
They just totally.
Shout out to Curly, Afro Curly. She's into baseball. She checked us out. She checked me out when I was on CLTV. So we got ladies listening to baseball, man.
All right, so make sure you check out Dean Davis' show every Saturday on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. We
did.
Yeah. Sorry for the sports hit, D. We drop the flip every Wednesday, so make sure you check out social media. Make sure you go to our SoundCloud. Also go to iTunes and you say, Speaker?
Mm-hmm. Speaker and YouTube.
And YouTube to check out the show.
Spreaker, I'm sorry. Spreaker.
You lead me down the wrong
I'm sorry. I pulled you out.
All right, Spreaker. I think it's better, Speaker.
Yeah, and YouTube also, too. Yep.
And,
just search for D and Davis to flip.
All right, so,
5-star.
5-star bitches. I'm sorry. We're not bitches.
And also hit us up on the email, dndavis@gmail.
Connect it to him. Show me how magical you are with the production. Nah, but look. All right, man. We'll check y'all out later.
Keep hands to yourself.